If this is your first time, go ahead and use the check mark agree. If you're a veteran at presenting online or attending online webinars or other professional development activities, go ahead and use the X there where it says disagree, only we're going to say you're a veteran. So if you are a first timer, go ahead and use the check. And if you're a veteran, go ahead and use the X. Okay, great. So if you need to use that little man down dressed in blue down in the corner, by all means, go ahead and use him. And Dr. Bernard Bull is on, and as you can see, he is here to help us whenever we have an issue. So thank you, Dr. Bull. Another thing I'd like to share with you is some of my background. I am currently serving as the Resource Center Director at Lutheran Special Education Ministries. Our national office is housed in Detroit, Michigan. Over the years, I have served as a special educator serving in Lutheran schools. I have also served as a classroom teacher in Lutheran schools. So I am very familiar with Lutheran schools, both as a classroom educator and as a special educator, and then going on working with the administration now as a director. What I'd like to do is to learn more about you. So I have a question I've prepared, and it is, what is your current position? And if you could go ahead and answer that at this point right now, you could check as many as fits your roles. So if you could go ahead and check as many fit your current roles, that would be great. Okay, thank you. And I think we have just about everybody has done it. So I'm going to go ahead and downsize that. Well, what we're going to do today is I'm going to provide a little bit of background for you on some special education needs, and then provide a current example of how to build a network of some support for special educators serving in Lutheran and other Christian schools. The National Assessment of Educational Progress, and this is the most recent one, came out in 2009, stated that of the nation's 12th graders, 62% perform below proficient level in reading. That's over half that are not proficient in reading. This I find a bit alarming, and what I'd like to pose is to see where you may have fallen, what your experience is with reading proficiencies. So I have prepared another question that I'd like to pose for you and get your feedback on at this point in time. And if you could. Oh, good. Okay. So we've all had experience working with children who have special needs. Again, uh, that's good to know that we're all here for the reason of helping children with special needs in reading. If we look again at the National Assessment of Educational Progress, it listed that 74% perform below proficient level in mathematics. And that I find alarming as well. And I'd like to also find out where everybody's experience is regarding mathematics proficiency. So I've prepared a poll on that one too. Oh, here, let me open it. You're seeing my inexperience coming across, but I'm learning as we go. So thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to go lower and close the poll. As you notice, there weren't as many people working with students that are performing below proficient level in mathematics as there are in reading. This is not unusual. The majority of issues as a special educator that I've found are in reading or in literacy. And while these statistics don't provide the reason for the less than stellar performance in these areas, we do know that 5% of school-age children have a learning disability. And one child out of 150 is diagnosed with autism. Also, English language learners are prevalent in our urban area schools, and all have special learning needs. So this just says they're not proficient, doesn't say they have a disability. There can be various reasons why they are not proficient. And one of our the Bible passage that our ministry uses over and over because it fits our ministry is whoever welcomes a little child like this in my name welcomes me, from Matthew 18 verse 5. I'm going to provide some statistics from the Council for American Private Education, or CAPE, that goes along with the 2009 statistics. 11% of U.S. students, and that's preschool through 12th grade, were enrolled in a private school. This is some 6,049,000 children. And of those 6,049,000 children, over 4.5 million attended Christian schools. According to Lutheran Church Missouri Synod statistics, about 4% of those attending private schools attend Lutheran schools, some 255,176 students. That's more, and more than half are in the early childhood programs, actually the preschool and pre-K programs, some 129,351 children. And of those, 17% of the 255,176, 17% list that they have no church home. This is certainly a mission field right within our own communities. As we go on, and we know that children with special learning needs are above 10% of the population in school, I'd like to see what types of services your school provides, where you're at, and give me a minute and I will get that poll up for you and that you can respond. This helps me understand whether you have if you're serving in a school that addresses the needs of children with who have special learning needs, or if your school doesn't have any program, or if it's left up to classroom teachers to address those concerns, or there are no. Okay. Okay. Yes, and here again, you can choose more than one answer. Okay, so we have some across the board. That's good to see that we have active classroom teachers and active programs in our schools. As we journey on, I wanted to share a little bit about our organization. Lutheran Special Education's vision is to reach across the United States, serve schools and congregations, and enable children with special learning needs to know Jesus and to lead fulfilling lives. We were founded in 1873, originally as a residential school for deaf children, and have been served in that capacity for more than a century. We began serving hearing children with special learning needs in 1976, and we changed our name in 1990 to what it currently is. We are a recognized service organization of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod, but we serve other Christian denominations as well. How we do our work is that we work primarily with the Lutheran and other Christian school principals to develop and maintain special education programs. We also provide instructional materials, consultation services, and accommodate children with learning needs in confirmation class, Sunday school, and vacation Bible school. And the children that we serve, when we say children with special learning needs, takes in various categories. Some are learning disabled, and within that, they may be dyslexic. Some might have mentally impaired. They may be autistic. They might have a hearing impairment. They might have issues with attention deficit disorder. They may be emotionally impaired. There's speech language impairment. We also work with gifted, as they have a special learning need, as well as slow learners. So what you have in the classroom is what our teachers and consultants are trained to work with and to work in partnership with schools. So giving that bit of background, I wanted to share with you what LSCM has begun in 2009. Working as a special educator in and serving Lutheran and other Christian schools, I valued the support I received from my Lutheran colleagues serving in like capacities. We were like-minded in the mission of the school as I was serving and planting and nurturing the seeds of faith in the one triune God, and was uplifted by those who understood the trials of school-age children with a special learning need. I also, working in those schools, interfaced with public school district personnel because these children are actually offered free and appropriate education under the law by public school districts. They also have a child find opportunity. School districts need to show due diligence that they have found children with special learning needs in their community. At this point, I'd like to find out, I've prepared another poll to find out how your school or your background, what you have done, um, or your experiences working with local school districts. So I'm going to open up that poll right now to find out what services your local school district does provide to you. Oh, that's good to see that they are providing consultation, and they do provide um, programming for the students in your school. Okay, I'm going to wait. Sorry for darkening that for a while. Let's go on. As I had mentioned, in 2009, LSEM launched a community known as CASE, or Christian Affiliation of Special Educators, to provide a community of Christian educators serving children with special learning needs. Over the years, we're finding Lutheran schools and other Christian schools were providing for the children with those special learning needs right in their classrooms and within their schools. In the past, as a special educator, one can feel like an island within your local Lutheran school. Because while the classroom teachers have others in right within their local school to discuss and do problem solving with, intermediate teachers may group together to discuss um, programming for children of intermediate age. Middle school teachers may group together. Primary teachers may group together. Special educators serving in that capacity has the limited ability to work with others who have the background, the specialized training they have right within their local school. So they can work with the local school district, but that doesn't always mean that the local school district has the same Christ-centered like-mindedness that the Christian school provides. In establishing this community for Christian affiliation of special educators, we're providing a network of support for those special educators serving in Lutheran and other Christian schools to get together, be it in person or in a larger community online. This is the purpose of CASE. This was done to fill the identified need, and we're here to serve in that capacity. Now, in looking at who is CASE for, it's for Christian special educators or consultants serving children in special learning needs, or it could be teachers serving children with special learning needs in a Christian school, or it could be a Christian school who desires to address the needs of students who are exceptional. So it can be administrators. So at this time, I'd also like to see where you might, which one are you and of those. So I have another poll to understand where you might be. Okay, excellent. Uh, I'm going to learn how to do this more effectively. And let's move on. Okay, I noticed Daniel listed that local school districts will only help students that live in their district. Um, Actually, Daniel, the federal law stated that the local school district of the closest school district of where the student attends actually should be the one to help. So if they live outside, it used to be, quite honestly, I served in a Lutheran school where we had children from 7 to 8 different districts attending. So I was working with 7 to 8 different public school districts in order to getting testing done, in order to getting IEPs accomplished, and seeing to the child's needs. It was more recently, I want to say in 2004 or 2008, it's one of those that years when IDEA was uh, redone and stated that they will use the local school district of where the child attends. Now, I know in large urban areas, and I'm near one in Chicago, they have their own kind of ruling and how that's accomplished and like. But uh, that was to already take place. So hopefully, your school district is uh, that issue can be resolved. I wanted to go in what case member services are. And what we have is we have toll-free consultations with a special education professional. And there you'll see our toll-free number listed. Um, Generally, we're in a classroom, but if you leave a message, we can call you back, or we do online consultations as well. Another option that we have is professional development and training. And we have online at our website, and I'm not going to take us to the website directly, but I've downloaded a option, and I'm here that I'm hoping we can um, uh, see, and we'll pull it up in just a little bit. Belonging to CASE allows you to get into a professional, to a web page where we have DVDs done by professionals. We have a licensed clinical psychologist who we have recorded on, and we have multiple DVDs, and they are and done by on demand, or we can provide a DVD to you. We have such topics as attention deficit disorder or dyslexia, or executive functioning is another item. So Going to the website, you can pull these up, click on them to do on demand. You can also access some other PowerPoint presentations and the like. We are currently actually offering a case conference as a pre-LEA convocation event on March 22nd and 23rd in Cincinnati at the Hyatt Regency. So we have offered a reduced rate to those case members. And we're looking forward to meeting up with people at that case conference. Otherwise, like I say, we do it online, or if we have a local speaker, we'll be inviting people to the local presentation. Another opportunity that we have for case membership is a lending library. Here again, we have a web search online at the website, and you can pull up let me get it up here, and it's so big that you can't see it. You'll get to a page and you'll be able to pull up and search on like a topic. I was searching on math, and I found all these items in our lending library. And if you notice, there were like 237 matches found for mathematics. We have other materials as well in different topic areas, but that's something that we offer people who belong to CASE. One of the things we don't offer is we do not lend out our assessments. That is pretty tight. Okay. And going on, some other things we have available is the interactive website. A number of our services, like I had mentioned, is done online. And we have a blog available. We also have we compile a list of resources, and let me see if I can find. I'm not seeing something right now. So we have a listing of various resources on topics. They can be websites, they can be professional development opportunities, they can be organizations. We have a listing. You can click on the listing, and then it will pull up a whole list of items that you can click into to decide what you might want to do. It will take you to websites and the like. So another item we have is we put out a quarterly e-newsletter. And that one I do have a sample of. And this one is on autism. We have the articles contain some special education updates specifically related to the topic. We'll talk about integrating the faith. How would you work with children with the issue? Um, and then we offer a teaching toolkit. What's a helpful thing? And we have a worthy website listed as well as a book look. And then we'll have a question. So those are the main articles that we have in each newsletter that we publish. They will be linked directly to the website. It is offered in a PDF with active links. So, and they are done on special education topics. We also, for those people that have don't get online as much, we offer an annual resource mailing. And it comes out, it's published in the summer. And last summer we had, it was like a 20 pages of that we sent out, and it had loads of information on response to intervention or RTI. It had mathematics strategies. It also had pages of websites that could be used for resources. We find that websites are very helpful in being able to download economical resources that can be used. Some other things is LSEM, we provide discounted rates to members, and we also have our case partnership school listing linked on our web page. And let me show you uh, that that particular what that looks like on our web inside of our web pages. At times, parents come to our web page, our website actually, and they want to find a school that serves children with special learning needs in their area. So we do have a page that lists our school partners, and they are done by states, and then we list the name of the school along with the city. Each of these are active links. So it will take, if we have a school website, it will be linked right to that website. So parents can let their fingers do the walking right to schools that have active programs. So as you could see, there are some definite case benefits. You can work and share ideas together. We offer in-service opportunities. We offer support from experienced special education professionals. And you also receive practical information and access to information um, eh, uh, for interventions and remedial curricula, as well as being linked, your school linked to ours. Okay, David, I noticed you asked how many. Off the top of my head, I would say we currently have about between 50 and 60 schools in membership. We also have the membership rates is an annual fee of $50. It's $25 for college students, and it's $25 for retired Lutheran school teachers as well. One of the things here, and I need to find my um, uh, pointer here because um, I said to learn more, go here. Only the link, the color of the link isn't very bright. But this is an active link to the LSEM website, which is www.luthsped.org. And we also have down here, you can email us with questions. There too, the link didn't show up very brightly. And right now, at this point, questions. Do we have any questions anybody would like to pose? You can key them in down below and we'll get to it. Okay. If you do have questions, by all means, email us or contact us at the number. I just want to say thank you for this opportunity and to also share our statement of ministry, which is with the knowledge of God's love and the desire of God's love to be revealed through our ministry. Lutheran Special Education Ministries serves to enable children with special learning needs to receive a Christian education. And we'd like to serve together in partnership with you in that service. So once again, thank you for this opportunity. And I look forward to talking with you and serving with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do have a little bit of time, so I'd like to see if we could still squeeze some questions out of people if you're willing.
Oh, definitely.
Great.
Definitely.
I have the benefit of having a microphone as well. Most of our attendees are just typing their messages, so it does take a little bit longer to hear from them. Sometimes they start to craft a message and then they delete it and they rewrite it, and so it takes a little bit longer. But I'll throw a question or two out if to get us going, if you don't mind, and then we'll see if others follow up with questions or comments as well. So the first question that I thought I would share is one of the neat things about the online conference on 21st century Lutheran education is that we have an opportunity to explore many of these topics, especially in a way that's distinct to our Christian Lutheran mission in schools, and also just the challenges and the realities of Lutheran schools. And I know that I've talked to a number of people in Lutheran schools who find that parents are expecting much more of a mass customization for each individual learner. This idea of assembly line education, where we try to identify a strategy that works for all students, and if a few students slip between the cracks, that's okay. That kind of a model is quickly it's less and less tolerated by parents, it seems, today. As a result, many Lutheran schools, it seems, are having to explain and communicate how they are able to engage in this mass customization. Can you speak to maybe some examples of how you've seen Lutheran schools do this well, maybe even in partnership with your ministry?
Yes. Of course, classroom teachers can provide strategies right within their classroom. And we have, when when a Lutheran school has access to a special educator, I have seen where the special educator has gone into the classroom and done some co-teaching with the classroom teacher. It might be showing, it might be a social studies lesson where the teacher is using the content and teaching the content, while the special educator would be showing the students how to formulate questions or how to begin answering the question by changing the question into an answer and the like. Those are some of the strategies, or they might be able to provide a tool that more than children with IEPs can benefit by. Um, Learning how to read content area uh, reading is important. The strategy used with that and teaching those strategies helps the entire classroom. For those children that still struggle, and reading is one that the United States and everybody, we need to focus on literacy. And if you notice, one of the first slides, more children were reading proficiently at the 12th grade level than those that scored in mathematics. And I think it's because of the main focus on solving this literacy issue. So we do know there's research out there, and being informed and having good classroom instruction on research-based strategies is the first line of help. The next line would be then some other proven strategies or additional time. Some teachers, some schools have used their special education teacher for small groups, and that's the second line. And then you have those children that just very definitely need the specialized um, material and instruction. For those that are severely dyslexic, they may need specialized curriculum such as the Orton-Gillingham method in order to learn how to read. And it takes a very specialized reading teacher to do that. So yes, the schools have to explain, and in the response to intervention, the three tiers, it's just always providing an additional support and the like. But we've also worked with schools, and in the past, I've worked with a Lutheran school of a child who was severely dyslexic. The child remained, no, went to their home district in the morning, and the grandparents, it was a family affair, brought him to the Lutheran school in the afternoon, where he then received some more core subjects in the afternoon at the Lutheran school. The parents were totally dedicated. They wanted their child in a Christ-centered setting, but he also needed the specialized help that the Lutheran school didn't have available. So they worked together. Um, it, how often that happens nowadays is because special education is forever changing over the years. It just depends on each case scenario. But has anyone used the Head Sprout program? I see David. David, I'm not familiar with that program. I know Head Start, but I haven't heard of Head Sprout. I'm going to have to research that one for sure. Um,
I think the Head Sprout is a reading curriculum.
Okay, I'm still not familiar with that one. I have gone on to the government websites to see what curriculum is evidence-based as far as what is actually showing evidence that children are progressing in it. And Head Sprout was not listed. Doesn't mean that it isn't a good program. It just means that there aren't research studies out there that fit the guidelines to show the actual evidence. So, no, I'm not familiar with that. It's a web-based reading program. Okay, okay, Title I programs use it. No, I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to look it up though and research it. That's what I like about with CASE, because what somebody knows here, I may not know, and they can inform the rest of the teachers about it. We host bi-monthly meetings with the teachers we have on staff, and in some areas, and we're not all over the United States. We're most heavily populated uh, with teachers serving in Michigan, Illinois, Minnesota, Texas, and we have a couple schools in Florida. We had some in California, and there is a very strong base in Southern California. Orange, California has a lot of schools, a lot of Lutheran schools that have quality programs in them. So, oh, thank you, Professor Bolt, for that link
Sure. This is just a link
for
to a
Head
white paper
Sprout.
of the founding researchers for the Head Sprout
Hmm.
program. I just looked it up quickly. I didn't know it
But
before.
yeah, yeah, what we do in the meetings is when we do have a chance to invite people to get together, we have what we call wows and pows. And wows are, we're really excited about something our students, it's a celebration that they have achieved something. And because the students we work with, if they can just persevere and if they progress, it really is quite a celebration. Or we have what we call our POWs, when we have need some problem solving, some brainstorming going on. We find that really is most helpful. Our teachers absolutely love that as part of the meetings. We also have sharing professional development opportunities that they're aware of. It might be that they belong to a professional organization that's hosting a conference, or it might be that their local school district is offering some training that you can get into, albeit out of district fees, but still might be very reasonable. We also, our teachers, when they get together, also might do a book study or study a topic. So it really is a learning community and a support of network. And we're looking into the future. It would be nice because technology is so advanced, we might be able to even host some online, a meeting online. It's out there. We don't currently do that, but it might help pull us closer together, those of us who are on the outposts of the United States. So that's any other questions? Well, thank you again for the time, and I look forward to serving in um, this ministry together with you. Thank you again.